What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to my Forma building guide for this month's Forma revival for Summer Cordelia, Bride Tharja, Halloween Nowi, and Dancer Inigo. We're going to be having 9 new skills added into the Hall of Forms pool up to the Legendary Elincia banner, and this does include a lot of really good skills like the Prime 4 skill, Infantry Pulse 4, and also Defense Rest Ploy 3. So let us start with Bride Tharja, as she's definitely going to be one of those units that many people are going to be trying to get and merge up. So she did get a weapon refine a while back and most spell fire posy, so this does give her +3 speed, and if she's within 3 spaces of an ally, then she can get up to +9 attack in the combat and also gets +5 speed in the combat. So by the modern standards, this is not really all that much, and with her weapon refine, she's basically able to have a speed resistance hold skill as an infantry unit, which is helpful for supporting allies, and she can debuff the opponents in 3 spaces of her for -X speed and resistance, and at max this can go up to -6. This weapon mainly gives you the extra offenses and can provide the support to your allies because of the debuffs that she can do. Kinda wish that she also debuffed the opponent's attack, but even then, this weapon is not really all that insane, but she doesn't really need an arcane weapon to function, and you can still build around this weapon and have her function offensively while providing the support. So only build her up if you're a big fan of her, because nowadays the units that we have gotten for the support are absolutely insane. So if you're going to be giving her premium skills, then you can try and give her the Flare special, which is available for the infantry mages, and this is an amazing premium special to get, even though it is not going to be the easiest one to trigger. Still, you can get this, or you can also get Ruptured Sky. And then for the slaughter, you can try and get Remote Sparrow because her weapon doesn't really debuff the opponent's attack, and it can be troublesome for her to survive against many combats, so the damage reduction can definitely be helpful. And you can even try and get Attack Speed Finish, which is going to be working pretty nicely with the Pledge Slotsy skill that you can get. And Attack Speed Unity can also function because she's going to be staying near her allies. Magical Null Follow-Up is by far the best slot B skill that you can get for her in this Hall of Forms, and it is going to be helping you shred through the damage reduction of the enemies while still getting the Null Follow-Up effect and the debuffs. But if you don't really get it, then Special Spiral 4 is going to be the next best option to pierce through the damage reduction. And for Slot C, Attack Speed Pledge is going to be an incredibly rare and useful skill that you can get for the extra offenses and also for getting the Special Charges status, which is going to be making it a lot easier for you to trigger Flare and the specials in general. But now we also have Infantry Pulse 4 available from this Hall of Forms, so if you want to go more of the supportive route, then it is definitely a Slot C skill that she can run and double down on her support. And if you want to have more of a mixed phase skill, then Panic Smoke 4 is something that you can get, which can stack up with the in-combat debuffs that she does. And finally, Time Pulse 4 is also an option, but I do like Infantry Pulse 4 a bit more on her if you're trying to get some kind of special cooldown on her. There is another red mage in this Hall of Forms batch in Halloween Nowi, and she does have Grimoire Tome as her preferred weapon. And back when this refine came out, she was really amazing because of the movement that she could get. But now this kind of warping to a space within 2 spaces of any kind of ally in 2 spaces is not really all that unique, because we have Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance, so pretty much any kind of unit can get that kind of warping. So this weapon has not aged the best, and this only provides her with +4 attack and speed in the combat. And then she has got the attack speed and resistance hold built into this refine. So she can debuff the opponent in the combat, similar to how Tharja can, but she can also debuff the opponent's attack. So that can work out if you do stack up a hold skill on her, and then she can just debuff the opponents for even more. But still, she can use this weapon with some of the premium skills that we have gotten nowadays. And if you're going to be getting Halloween Nowi, then you should definitely try and get Flared Sparrow for her slot A, because it's an amazing offensive skill, and it also lets you set up the flame terrain, so definitely try and get it. But if you cannot, then Remote Sparrow is also the next best option for damage reduction stacking. And Attack Speed Unity also works out pretty well because she is going to be teleporting with her weapon, so it is always going to be active. And for slot B, at least we do have more options now for these kinds of ranged flyers. So Brush Assault 4 is going to be the best slot B skill that you can get, so that Nowi can survive with that kind of damage reduction and also have much better damage output because of the damage reflection, and also double her opponents. And for slot C, you already know that Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4 are going to be the best options that you can pick up. And if you already have them on Nowi, then I guess you can try and stack up the hold skill with the in-combat debuffs with her weapon. And Soaring Guidance can be a bit hard to get because it's only present on a seasonal unit at this point. Summer Cordelia is a lance cavalry unit, and she can still be pretty fast with the base speed that she has gotten, but obviously she's an older unit, so she needs a lot of dragon flowers and merges to function at her peak performance. And in this holoforms, you can definitely give her some of the more modern skills that she's going to be loving. So you're not able to get Arcane Lewin or Arcane Xiang in this holoforms, and you can try and get some other inhittable lands like Piercing Tribute Plus, for example. And just like Halloween Nowi, Flared Sparrow is going to be the best premium slotted skill that you can get because of its nuking potential. And if you want a more mixed phase option, then Attack Speed Clash 4 can work out. And with this holoforms, we do have Attack Speed Prime 4 available now. So she could be run with that at max investment if you're trying to use her with damage reduction and like Arcane Lewin for mixed phase cavalry stuff. So it can work out if you're a big fan of her. And for slot B, I think that Gambit is going to be an amazing skill to pick up because Cavaliers don't really have access to too many good skills, especially not a skill that can give you the damage reduction and true damage at the same time. And because you can run Arcane Lewin on her, which can give her the null follow-up, Gambit becomes a pretty nice option, which is not going to be overlapping with the other skills like Flow Desperation, for example. So Gambit is going to be giving you 50% damage reduction and 15 true damage with a 5 cooldown special like Ether or Miracle, which can be helpful with the inhittable weapons. And even with arcane weapons, you're still going to be getting 40% damage reduction and 10 true damage. And with Arcane Lewin, that already gives you dealt speed defense and also gives you null follow-up, you can also get 20% true damage on her speed. So stacking of damage reduction is really helpful on an old unit like this who doesn't really hit all that hard. And you can also run her with Flow Desperation if you want to, but I definitely like Gambit a bit more even if you're going to be running an arcane weapon because of the true damage and the damage reduction it provides. And finally, for her slot C, Alarm Attack Speed is the best slot C option that you can pick up so that you can get the Canto 1 and it gives you a retreating option as a Cavalier and also gives you even more offenses. The final unit of this batch is going to be Dancer Inigo, and he is a green mage infantry dancer who used to be really helpful back in 2017 with their Raventomb build against Reinhardt and Brave Lens. But nowadays we have such insane dancers and also green infantry mages that Inigo is definitely going to be needing a lot of things to function, but still he can refresh your allies as a dancer, and he can definitely try and get some supportive skills to go with that. So Arcane Caliburnus is not going to be present in this holoforms. Maybe if you want to give that to him, you can still get a weapon like Snow Globe Plus, which is going to be helping you with Unity stacking, or you can even get T times Set Plus, which is going to be giving you Canto 1 if you do plan on using him with Wings of Mercy 4. And because he's an infantry mage, you can just give him Flare as a premium special, and you can even give him Ruptured Sky, but Flare is obviously the most premium option. And for slot A, Attack Speed Unity is going to be a pretty nice option, especially with Snow Globe Plus so that you can Unity stack on him. And if you want to get the damage reduction, then Remote Sparrow is also going to be an option. For her slot B, we do have Firestorm Dance available. We don't really have Rock Slide Dance as of yet, so Firestorm Dance is going to be the best dancer skill option for his slot B. And Wings of Mercy 4 is also an option if you want to go that route, but then make sure that you can get T times Set Plus so that you can get the Canto 1, because Firestorm Dance does give him the Canto 1 for retreating, which is amazing, and he can just give the Desperation status to the refreshed ally, which is really good, along with Infantry Null Follow-up that you can try and get, which is going to be doubling down on the support. And you can even get Infantry Pulse 4 on him, even though he doesn't really have the highest HP, but at high investment or max investment with plus HP IV, it is definitely something you can try and do if you're a big fan of him. We should be getting another revival poll in this month, and because we had the Heroes Holoforms getting eliminated and Awakening Holoforms winning, we're going to be having 2 new Holoforms joining the polls. In Arcanea Holoform, where we did get Young Marth with his Weapon Refine, and also Shadow's Valentia Holoform with Valentine Rudolph, who also has a really solid weapon, and we also have Katria. So these are going to be the options for the poll. So these are going to be the next options for Revival, and whoever wins this is going to be getting a Holoforms Revival in January 2024, and whichever batch gets the least amount of votes is going to be eliminated from the future polls. So let me know in the comments what do you think about our lineup in the future, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and a comment, helps me tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FEH videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as Halloween Nowi's warping against Gatekeeper. So with that, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.